Good afternoon, YouTube. It is Survivor Nomad, and I'm back at you guys with another video. Today, I want to talk about one of the number one weapons that a narcissist used when they are in a relationship, okay? Narcissists know just where to poke you to hurt you. They are very, very adept at figuring out what your weaknesses are. And one of the reasons why they figure out what our weaknesses are, where our insecurities are, is because when we first meet them, they have a way of getting us to pour our heart out to them. We trust them very quickly. They're moving along really fast and intensely. And it really makes you feel that you've met the love of your life. And so what do you do when you think you've met the love of your life? You share a lot of really personal and intimate things with this person. And so this happens in the beginning stages and sometimes very early in a relationship with a narcissist, in my opinion, way too early. So in doing that, they begin to learn what makes you insecure, what makes you feel sad, what makes you happy. And they begin to mirror back those feelings to you, especially things that you like and enjoy. They begin to mirror it back to you to make you feel like you have a lot in common. And if any of you have ever been in a relationship with a narcissist, when things start to go sour, when this narcissist starts to really devalue you, you wake up and you're like, wow, I have nothing in common with this person. Absolutely nothing in common with them. And you often wonder, how is it that I got in this relationship to begin with? We have nothing in common. We're nothing alike. And sometimes in the beginning, they'll even tell you, oh, we're so much alike. Oh, I like that too. Oh, we're so similar. Oh, I had this one narc that would always say, see, look how much we have in common. See, look how much. And he would always be trying to confirm that we were so much alike. But deep inside, I knew that was not true. I knew because I didn't feel that. I knew that that wasn't true. Even though he was saying it, and even though he was mirroring me, deep down inside, I knew that we had very little in common. So they will try to really manipulate you into believing that you guys are so similar. You like the same things. You enjoy the same things. You like to do the same things. So in getting to know you and really discovering who you are and what you like, there is one thing that narcissistic individuals know, and that is empaths and people who love deeply love attention. We love to be shown love back from that person that we're in love with. And so the narcissist will use different situations to take that power away from you. So one of the main weapons that a narcissist uses is that you'll go out with him and all of this time he has been pouring into you. He or she has been pouring into you. And you guys know what I'm talking about. It's like an overflow of emotion and attention and just all kinds of things. Sometimes gifts and it's just overpowering. You getting flowers all the time. Oh, and he just sent you flowers yesterday and he's sending cards today and he's sending flowers again. And everybody you know is just like, wow, this is such an amazing woman. This is such an amazing guy. Where did you meet them, you know? And then one day you're out to dinner with them and it seems like their eyes is on every woman in the room except you. You may be walking in a park with them and they may start trying to walk 2-3 steps ahead of you because they've seen some woman that they're interested in and they want to make it look like they're not really with you. And sometimes guys, they are so in all ignorance, because a lot of times it will be the neighbor or it will be someone who knows that you guys are a couple, yet they will still exhibit this kind of behavior where they try to walk out in front of you far, or they try to walk way behind you. And you're walking with them and you're like trying to have a conversation and you're trying to, entertain them and talk to them. But it's hard to talk to somebody when they're walking way behind you. And you notice that you slow down and they slow down more. Or they're walking way in front of you and you find yourself huffing and puffing, trying to keep up with them. And you're like, why is he walking so far ahead or behind me? And then you notice over here, there's this woman, and he's all eyes, and his eyes are on her. His attention's on her. So this is one of the weapons that a narcissist will use. He will keep his eyes on every woman. And I am here to tell you guys what you already know. No woman wants a man whose eyes are on every other woman. It doesn't matter how secure you are in yourself. There is something to be said for a man who respects you enough not to have his eyes on every woman that he sees when he's with you. Now, I'm not saying that this person has to be blind and they have to look at the ground, but ladies and gentlemen, you know exactly what I'm talking about. For the men, the female narcissist is that girl that flirts with every guy that comes back. It's like she cannot do without the attention of other men. She wants to be fawned over. She wants to be lusted after. And she will do any and everything, wearing the most unscrupulous dresses and clothing to get that male attention because it gives her power over you. It's not just about her gaining power. It's about her having power over you. She wants to make you feel insecure. She wants to make you feel less than. She wants to make you feel like you are not worthy. She wants to make you feel that everybody in the room wants her. She wants you to compete for her attention. And if you really love somebody, you don't make them compete for your attention. You do not do that. You do not make them. Narcissist's number one weapon is to try to incite jealousy. They want you to feel the way they feel. They want you to feel like you don't matter. And this is their number one weapon. And a lot of times this will work if you have not done the work on yourself. If you haven't done the self-work that you need to do, it will work. It will have you working hard to get that narcissist's attention back. I've seen girls who were the daughters of preachers and were highly respected, women with high integrity, start dressing like strippers because they were trying to keep their husband's attention. And you see them and you're like, what happened to you? I never knew you to wear stiletto spike heels and mini dresses up to your panty line. Like, I've never known you to do that. Like, what's going on? And when I see that kind of thing happening, I immediately know it has something to do, usually, with that spouse. This other spouse is trying to keep the attention and the love and affection of that spouse because this is the type of woman they see their spouse looking at. And although she may be a woman of integrity and she may be a woman who dresses modestly, she sees her husband staring at every other woman who's dressed immodestly. And because she hasn't done the self-work that she needs, and she doesn't have the self-love, and she doesn't feel firm in where she is starting to change who she is to try to keep this man. And it goes the same for women. You know, a lot of times the man will do all of these things, buying the woman this and that and this and that, trying to keep her attention. A lot of narcissistic women will tell the man, oh, such and such bought me a new car. He bought me this, he bought me that, you know? And there's a silent expectation that you're expected to fall in line and do the same. And they're just using you. And they will begin to show those men attention who are showering them with flowers and cards and all these different things. And if you're not strong in yourself as a man and you're not confident in who you are as a man and what you bring to the table, you will start to feel insecure. And then you'll find yourself going into debt, maxing out your credit cards, doing all kinds of crazy things to try to keep a woman who never loved you and who never will. So ladies and gentlemen, when you find yourself in this situation, stand your ground. Don't bring it up. Don't fight with the narcissist. Don't try to get them to see what they're doing is wrong. They already know what they're doing is wrong. It's actually calculated. It's planned. It is orchestrated to get a reaction out of you. They want you to fly off the handle and get emotional and cry and feel insecure. It feeds the need for power. And you guys just have to see it for what it is. This person is insecure. They feel like they need to be in the bed of every woman or man that they see in order to feel worthy. They are not worthy of your time. You shouldn't even be wasting a second with a person like this. And it often takes us a long time to figure out that it's not us who's lacking, it's this person. They're extremely insecure, and they are extremely set on ruining you and making you insecure too. Sometimes you find when you get out of these relationships, you're so insecure about the way you look and you dress and everything about yourself, simply because this person couldn't keep their eyes off of all the other men and women around them. And some of them can't keep their hands off of them. Some of you guys have caught them in infidelity and acts of betrayal. You've caught them in the bed with other people. So you know they're cheaters. You know, they're on their phone 24/7. You can't get them to get off your phone to have a nature walk with them. They're on it 24/7 because they're love bombing someone else. They're putting in the time and the energy to try to secure your replacement. They're doing it when they're keeping their eyes on these women. They're looking at these women in lustful ways, letting the woman know, hey, I may be with her, but I'm available to you. The same thing with men. When these women are going out and they're wearing short skirts and they're bending over, every time, you know, a handsome guy passed by, all of a sudden she's dropped something. Why is that? And she bends over and she's showing all her business under her dress. And you're thinking, what is going on here? So it's orchestrated, guys. It's planned. This is planned. These individuals have very low self-esteem and very low self-worth, and they want you to feel as low as they feel. They need the attention. They need the affairs. They need to keep their eyes on everyone around them. And a lot of times they're doing it not just because they want to have an affair or they want to cheat. They just want you to feel crappy. And a lot of us are going out and having plastic surgery and doing all manner of things to ourselves to try to keep up, to try to get this person to think we're beautiful, to look at us, to love us again. This is the number one weapon of the narcissist. They use it all the time, guys. And if you want it to not be effective on you, just completely ignore it. You can ask them, why are you walking so far ahead of me? Are we walking together? You can tell them, hey, you know what? Since you want to walk alone, I'm going to go home and we'll try this again some other time. Just to let them know, I know what you're doing, but you're not going to bait me into a fight. You're going to bait me into an argument. And if you're not going to be good company to me when I'm with you, then I will walk alone. In fact, I'll just go home. I don't need you on this walk with me. Let them know where you stand. Let them know you're strong in yourself and you have self-respect. And that you demand respect, the same respect you give them. Don't cower, guys. I love you guys, and I will see you on the next video.